Hello, how are things?
Things are good. My name's Chris. What's your name?
Nice to meet you. I am Ahmed and I am
Amit.
from Egypt.
Nice. Where in Egypt? Like what city?
Yeah, I live in a city called Mansoura.
Nice. Cool. And
Yeah,
so
yeah, go ahead.
it's what? Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, it's about 120 kilometers far from Cairo. Do
Okay.
you know Cairo? Yeah, which is the
Yeah.
capital city of Egypt.
Mm, I think well, I think everybody should know Cairo. I
Yeah,
think if you don't know Cairo, that's bad. But yes, I know Cairo. Yes.
yeah, thanks.
So
That's good to hear.
we have
Yeah.
about 10 minutes today. Why do you want to study English? Do you have any questions? Is there something you want to understand?
No, I want to just have a casual conversation.
Cool, man. Awesome.
Yeah,
So, how long have you been studying English?
well, I study English at school.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Um,
are you in high school, or college? Like like how old are you? Like tell me about you.
what do you think? How old I am? How old I look
Maybe
like?
maybe early 20s or mid 20s.
Yeah, that's right. I'm 23.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
I graduated from Faculty of Computer Science, so I am a
Okay.
CS major. And I'm supposed to join the military service in Egypt because
Mm,
it's mandatory.
okay.
Yeah, I have to complete it first for about 1 year before I could apply for jobs or travel abroad and things like that.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. Cool.
in terms of studying English, I would say I studied English when I was in high school,
Mhm.
but it wasn't very good experience because when you study a language in a school, they teach you how to pass exams, and it's not really good because
Okay.
we didn't have much practice, and we haven't or you know we wouldn't be immersed in the language. We didn't
Right.
practice that, and yeah, stuff like that. So I started learning the language on my own since 2020.
Mhm.
I did lots of self or I have been doing lots of self studying from YouTube and many different resources on
Oh
Google.
wow.
And yeah,
So you study English like by yourself.
yeah, I would say.
That takes a lot of dedication. Why do you think you're so motivated to study English? Why is this important for you?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Firstly, I enjoy learning English,
Okay.
but uh, you know, there is many reasons I would say, like personal improvement, and but one of the most important things is I would say English. Firstly, English gives me a sense of confidence
Hmm.
when you're able to speak a foreign language. That's good for you.
Right.
And in addition, I think English gives me access to the knowledge of the world because, um, you know, I also do self-study in the field of programming and web development,
Wow.
and the majority of the good resources on the internet are in English.
Right.
So being good in English is very helpful for me and my study because I can look up for tutorials in English and study them, and I would be able to understand them when I am good at English.
Hmm.
And yeah, there is yeah there are many reasons
That's
I would
cool.
say yeah.
Now, how often, or how long have you been coming to Cambly?
Yeah, I had since the first time I made a call with a tutor on Cambly was um, on Mars in 2022.
Okay.
I'd say yeah.
What do you think about Cambly so far?
Yeah, it's an amazing platform for sure.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, because I don't have many opportunities to speak English in Egypt because we are an Arabian country and we speak Arabic.
Hmm.
Um, and of course, there are many students who are learning English, but you know, it's important to practice the language with a native speaker. So if I did a mistake or something like
Yeah,
that, they could correct me, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting. So, have you had? I th- if you come to Cambly often, and if you study on Cambly often, I think you probably have the same conversation, or like the same kind of conversation over and over
Yeah,
again.
absolutely.
So,
Yeah,
what
that's
is
one of the.
something? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, what is something that you have wanted to talk about on Cambly, but you never talk about because nobody asks, or we don't, you never have the opportunity? What is something you wanted to talk about, just have not yet?
Well, that's a good question. This is the reason why sometimes I try to take a different approach on Cambly. For
Okay.
example, firstly, I hadn't have what I should do to, you know, expose myself to different situations. So I asked the tutor on Cambly, and she introduced me to a platform called Ingo. Do you know that platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really amazing platform because they have plenty of topics and tons of categories.
Hmm.
You can select any topic and just talk about it or
Right.
discuss. So sometimes I pick one topic from this platform, which I'm interested in, and request the tutor to share their screen, and discuss this topic. Sometimes I open even Cambly courses, one of the Cambly courses, like IELTS or um,
IELTS.
yeah, for sometimes I try to do mock IELTS exam with a tutor on Cambly.
Hmm.
So these are a kind of different approaches to expose myself to different situations and talk about different topics, and
Right.
instead of answering the same kind of questions every time I talk to a tutor on Cambly. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
So when when you're not talking on Cambly, or when you're not here, do you study English in any other ways, or is it mostly here on Cambly?
yeah, exactly. I
Oh, it's
do,
mostly here.
yeah, I do a couple of things.
Okay.
Um, I watch tutorials, English tutorials on a YouTube channel called Oxford Online English.
Okay.
It's an amazing channel.
Hmm.
They have lots of different lessons about conversation, pronunciation, even IELTS and stuff like that. It's really amazing. Sometimes I open, the website of the British Council. They also have many helpful resources to learn English. Um, I recently, recently I, you know, English speech. Um, how can I say this? Let me see. I have known, maybe this is the
Okay.
right way to say that. I have known a channel on YouTube called English Speeches. They post famous English speeches for
Hmm.
people like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and people like those ones, with English subtitles. So I found it helpful because I can listen, I can improve my listening skills, and in addition to that, I can gain new vocabulary and stuff like that. And yeah, that's it.
Very cool. Awesome. Awesome. So we're almost out of time, but you speak English really well, and you're very well
Oh,
spoken. Like, you think about what you want to say, which is actually like super super important, right? Um, and
thank
I
you so
hope,
much.
I don't come to Cambly very often, but I hope you have good luck in the future. And it was very good meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Bye
Have a
bye.
great
Nice to
day.
meet you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep. Bye.